everyone, it's Sandia from the We channel. It's such a glorious day, yet another glorious day, and I just wanted to do a quick video and let you guys know that we have to be so careful of the way you talk. You know, it's reflective of your private thoughts when you're alone. So just watch how you're talking with your friends, family, and strangers, and that'll give you an indication of what's going on privately inside you, and then you need to make those changes immediately, actually, because it's just a waste of time thinking, having a trained thought that goes against your desires and your vision for your life. So basically, just an example one was, I had a service provider come out and quote me on my pool. You know, I wanted something done. Gorgeous pool. I love my space, my garden. Anyway, so this gentleman came out, and we're talking and having a lovely chat and standing around, and I immediately launched into this whole my drama from 2 years ago, where I did some renovations at the house, and I was scammed by by this contractor who didn't do a good job on the wall, etc., etc., and how much money I lost. And then I was starting to give him this whole story, and then, oh my gosh, I heard myself, and I was like, what are you, in my head, like midway, I was like, what are you doing? You know, you're creating your reality, you're creating your future with the way you talk. So I immediately then, just midway in conversation, I stepped back and I said, oh, but anyway, that was the past, and we need to just change that energy, because my story also then kicked their story in, and they were telling me about what problems they had in their business and the clients that were scamming them and blah blah blah, and other people. And so it was becoming this, it was quickly morphing into this whole victim story. So I quickly stopped that, you know, and I put the good energy back into the conversation, and I just killed it immediately, and I felt so good. But then afterwards I thought to myself, it was quite an aha moment, because I thought to myself, you got to be so careful of how you talk, because that group energy of victimhood and being scammed, etc., in this example, is sitting there, as well as whatever happened in childhood is sitting there. So between the group energy and the childhood thing, everything just like whew, hits you, you know, and you keep recreating the same experience. And then I just decided to change it, you know. That was the one example. And then the other example was, I decided to take a walk. So this lady was selling something that I liked in the area, you know, and she lives a couple of blocks away, and I decided, oh, let me just use that opportunity to take a walk, because I'm trying to build walking into my life, you know. And anyway, so I was, she was so far, can I make it in the first place, etc., etc., and something just compelled me to just go and try it, you know. So can I do it? I was just a bit, you know, is it safe to walk? Because Johannesburg is a bit, but my area is not too bad. Anyway, so as I was walking, I saw one or two things that I was a bit nervous about walking in my area, and then I just visualized talking to that lady and getting to her house, and it happened exactly like that. And I met such great people on the way. And then when I got to the lady's house, I said, oh hey, thank you so much for this, and how's the business going? And then she went into this whole story about how difficult things were in lockdown, and the competitors are going undercutting at a certain price, etc., etc. And it was, and I had that experience with the other service provider with myself, and I could see myself in this lady, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was sent to go to this lady's house to give her this message. And then we had such an amazing conversation. I was like, you know, you have to lose your story, you know, you have to lose whatever story you're holding on to about this, that, and how hard life is, and not denying the facts. You know, you can stone a, they call it stoning someone with facts. So you have stoners okay, and they like to throw the facts at you about how hard life is and how ill you are and what the doctor said, and here's my x-rays, and the price of petrol went up, and you know, all of that stuff. So you've got to disregard reality and just talk about what you want, talk about the desired state, and live and breathe and think that state to the exclusion of everything else. You really have to be that you wish to be, and embody it. And then we started talking, and you could just see the stress melting away as she chose a different way of looking at things, in that it was like 5-minute conversation, and she was like, "Shoo, you're right." And then I reminded her, I said, "Do you know when you send your messages out into the community every week on WhatsApp about what you're selling from your house, and you're always sending an uplifting message? Do you know that I look forward to reading that? That's one of the first things I look forward to when I see your WhatsApp come through." She said, "Really?" And I said, "Yes. So if you're putting that out there, then look at your own messages. You know, it's coming from you." I was just a mirror for her of what she was already going towards, you know. So it was just amazing. I made a friend. I walked. I, you know, she contributed to my life, and that's how it should work. You know, if you're not going to benefit someone, if you're not going to bring a smile to someone, just change it and start bringing a smile to them. You know, change it, just revise it, and imagine the last fight you had with your mother or whatever, and change it in your mind how it happened. And next thing you know, when you see them, it'll be like, oh, it'll be like a different energy, you know. So whatever you don't like in your life, change, and just move with that open heart going forward. But always the message from this channel is, don't say one thing and then contradict yourself with your stuff from the past, or the group energy of the world, or the community, or the country, or the government. Between those two things, you can be like a yo-yo, and we don't want to be yo-yos. We want to live completely within our power and take our power back and be masters of our kingdom. Okay, that's my message for today. Love you guys. Bye.